You know, it's always exciting to have a rivalry week, a trophy game. It's going to be a fun week. I'm excited.
How much do you know about the Cy-Hawk rivalry, and what have you kind of learned throughout the last, I guess, couple of days leading into it?
To be honest, I didn't really know much about the whole rivalry itself. I know that there's always a big rivalry. It's a big in-state game. Kind of always in-state rivalries between any team is always big games. But there's not too much that I knew heading into it.
When you went back, look at the film from Albany, just what were kind of your takeaways?
Yeah, one of the things is just calm my feet down a little bit, slow everything down, make sure I'm catching it, then punching, getting into my drop, just so I can start seeing everything and just really just trust my throws. And just sometimes just having that like screw it mindset, just we're gonna throw it, we're gonna sling it, and that way we're gonna have more completions that way and get more balls down the field.
Do you think maybe that stemmed from just first game jitters, just the feet work and not letting it loose a little bit?
100%. And that's again the first game jitters a little bit. Just really got to have that mindset going into this week and the rest of the season. Just kind of have that screw it mentality. Like we got to just go out there, play ball, have fun, just play free, and you'll end up playing more fast by doing that.
Does it help that you're going to be playing in an environment where, last week your first game jitters was with the Hawkeye fan base with you, and now you're going to be walking into enemy territory? Does it help that you're going to have a little bit of a different environmental situation for you to make those adjustments?
Yeah, it's kind of nice because, at that point, it's really just like me and the guys that are around me. It's just us going into an enemy territory, enemy stadium, and we just get to be with each other and not really have to worry about anything else.
I know it's not your first time playing a rivalry game. The USD game, the NDSU game are probably some of the bigger FCS rivalry games. Do you thrive on a hostile environment type of energy?
Yeah, it kind of gives you a little bit of chip on your shoulder because you know that nobody's really cheering for you, nobody's really hoping for your success at all. So you really just got to go out there and go play, and it's you and the guys against everybody else that's there. And usually those rivalry games have always been the most fun games for me. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend as well.
Which one of those was the bigger rival? North Dakota State or South Dakota?
You're throwing me a trick question.
Yes, I'm throwing you that valley question.
I'll always say it's NDSU just because of the heightened of the game. It was always 1 versus 2 or 1 versus 3 or it was top team playing against top team in those games.
What's the key to having success against this Iowa State defense?
One of the biggest things, last year they were one of the #1 pass defense in the country. Just being able to run the football when we need to and just take the gains where we can. And then in the pass game as well, they run a lot of just deep, just trying to protect anything deep over top. So just taking what they're giving us, not trying to press when we don't have to. But then also taking those calculated risks and those calculated shots when they are starting to come down, when we start running the ball a lot more, forcing those safeties to come down, we can end up throwing it over the top. So just really taking those calculated risks and knowing when we need to take shots versus when we can just check it down and let our playmakers make plays.
Mark, have you played against a defense like that? Because it's one of the more unique kind of sets, but they've had great success with it. But have you played against a defense like that?
It's a new defense for me. I've played it a couple times, but it wasn't ever that team's full go motto. They'd always be a kind of a switch up, a curveball that they'd throw into it. So this week it's been kind of nice to just solely focus on that portion of things. And obviously they have a lot of different wrinkles they can run and a lot of different guys in different spaces. But we're doing a great job. Coach Lester's done a great job with the film so far, and we've learned a lot about him so far.
We hear often about how unique and difficult it is going against that set. From your perspective, what does make it as difficult as it is?
Yeah, one thing just in general, just about the pass game, is most teams are always dropping 7. They're rushing 4 or even sometimes rushing 5. And this team, they're dropping 8. So there's just a lot more guys, a lot more bodies out there. But that also gives us an opportunity in the blocking scheme of just passing. I'll have a lot more time back there, so I can let guys develop. I can go out there, make plays, use my feet a little bit to extend the play, let guys get open and have chances that way.
My colleague Jeff here did a story on your dad playing in Jack Trice Stadium. Has he given you any advice or told you about his experience playing over there?
No, he hasn't. We haven't talked yet this week. We usually talk a little bit later in the week, but I always do remember him talking about him playing back there, and I think he played at Iowa one time too. So, but he always goes back to his glory days and talks a little bit about that.
I know you talk about playing looser. How do you kind of mentally get yourself to do that?
I think it kind of starts leading up to the game, and having that night game. I kind of already played the game multiple times in my head, and I was kind of we always talked about South Dakota State just being at your number throughout the day, and whether that's you want to be calm, be a 1 all day long, and then once you get to the game, get elevated, get more amped up. I felt like I was a little bit more of like an 8-9 all day and kind of really amped up and a little almost too ready to go in the morning. So just making sure that I'm at my number, staying calm throughout the day. What's nice this week is an early game, 11 o'clock game, so we kind of just get up, eat a donut, play football, type thing. So just like when you were a kid, so just going out there and playing loose is going to be the big thing.